Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0, and today is the day where we have to come to grips. Today is the day where we need to understand that there is two polar different teams on the pitch. One is fantastic in every which way. It's automated with AI basically. They are pinpoint efficient, and then there's Chelsea, who don't know how to play the ball in the final third. Some might even say they feel like it's haram to play a ball successfully in the final third. Let's get into it. Chat and breeze. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly from our 2-0 defeat in the EFL Cup, and we're out the tournament. Guys, today I can't be too mad. Reason being is because I've come to grips who these players are. I've come to grips what this team has become, and I've come to grips that this is no longer Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. This is Potter's Chelsea. This is Project Chelsea. And Manchester City can whip anybody the way they played us today. But there were a lot of positives to take away from this game. This defeat wasn't the manner of defeat that we saw against Arsenal. This defeat was a manner of defeat where you can kind of hold your head high in a loss. Yes, we've become those losers. We are going to be saying they're all positives in defeats. So before we get into the good, the bad, and the downright ugly, I need you guys to be good, bad, and downright ugly depending on how you feel. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 1,000 likes on this, alright? It goes a long way towards the channel to grow, and it ensures that other people see this, and it's great for them to hear positive Chelsea news, right? Or negative, depending on how you view it. In the pinned comment is my Instagram. Hit me up in the DMs, ask me as many football questions during the World Cup. I am going to be active on that. So make sure you follow me and let's build this community properly. But let's start with the bad, because there are a few things we need to talk about, and then we'll start being positives towards the end. And there are a lot of positives today. Let's start with the bad. And the bad is when you play a team of this caliber. Yes, it was their B team, but this team was stacked. I think they could even most probably make top 4 with this team. You got Mahrez, Grealish, and Alvarez. That's already a bad boy front three that arguably is better than ours, which I think it is. So when you play against them, you almost need to be perfect, right? And especially when they're so automated, they know where the other person's going to be. Everything's one touch. Everything's one touch. It's like, have you seen that Thierry Henry? Shemit, can you play one touch? Why don't you do it? Honestly, it's literally that. It's honestly that. But they play it one touch, and they need to almost destroy you. Like, they don't take days off at Manchester City. It's so annoying. And today, Chelsea punished themselves. Like, let's think about it. Number one, first goal came from what? It came from Trevor Chalobah diving in and taking Mahrez out, because Mahrez skipped past 3 challenges. He's on the edge of the box. He's waiting on his left peg to curl it. And Trevor said, nah, not today, bro. I'm taking you out. Trevor took him out. He said, you're not going past me. I'm even getting ball or full man. And he took him out. Then what happened? This is where you need your wall to be brave. This is where you need your wall to be a wall. This is where you need them to be men. And what happens in that scenario? They turn into little boys. And Broja acted like a little boy. He turned away from him. The ball was coming towards him. Put your barnet on it. Put your head on it. Header it. Nah. No, he didn't. And guess what? He turns away. It goes right in the middle of the goal. Some would even say Mendy's got to do a little bit better there. I think that's a bit harsh. If the wall does its job there and jumps straight, hitting the shoulder, hitting the face, it's moving out. No, it's a goal. It's 1-0, and it undoes all the great work. The second goal, Chelsea got carried away. Chelsea sent too many men forward, and all of a sudden, this happened. And this happens to Chelsea quite often. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, dangerous area, gives it to Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech doesn't know what to do. Hakim Ziyech moves around with it, gives it to Pulisic. Attack dies down. Pulisic loses the ball, gives a free kick away. Someone takes a quick free kick, and all of a sudden, they are onto us. They switch the ball to Mahrez. Mahrez's touch is impeccable as per usual. Cucurella slows him down, but he takes the shot. Mendy saves it, and this is where I say you have to be switched on. Koulibaly was with Alvarez. Alvarez runs off him, and Koulibaly jogs back, starts sprinting, go and watch the goal back. And right before he decides to go again, what does he do? And this is the fundamental thing. He slows down again. And Alvarez reacts first. It's a tap in, it's a great goal, and everybody's like, oh my god, what's going on here? We're 2-0 down, overreacting. Then we need to talk about the clear chances, alright? So if you're going to be defensively solid against Manchester City, you have to take your chances. And today, in my opinion, we created 6, 7 chances, and that's a lot for Chelsea. Guys, we are starving, right? So beggars can't be choosers in this situation. But Pulisic, bro, you got to finish your chances today, man. I think you had a good game. You're in my good today. But the chance in the first half, you get the ball from Ruben Loftus-Cheek to Hakim Ziyech, and all of a sudden, it Pulisic is 4 yards out. Slot him. Nah, he doesn't. Then Pulisic creates his own chance when he dribbles in, out, shake it all about, curls it. Good save from the keeper. After that, Hall. Great maneuver from Chelsea. Get it to Hall. Hall takes a touch, opens the angle, straight at the keeper. Second half, another cutback when we're 2-0 down. Hall, open goal. Bro, you've got to pick a corner. Nope, he goes down the middle. All of a sudden, keeper saves it again. Ziyech the ball drops to him from a corner. Keep your composure, get it on target. No, he doesn't, and yet we don't take our chances. Christian Pulisic scored at the end, but it was after like 4 or 5 players took attempts. It didn't count, and it's very frustrating because evidently we created a lot of chances today. High quality chances. Like if you look at XG, we actually done very well, but it doesn't paint the picture that Manchester City created a lot of chances, even though their XG is lower. And what's really annoying for me today, and it's kind of bad, is how many poor performances there were from French players. Alright? And a lot of you are going to say, Alex, what are you talking about? Well, let's think about it, right? Hakim Ziyech is a French player. He will not be at Chelsea come January if Chelsea have it their way, right? If he gets his own way. I don't think he was that great. I think he had good moments. But why is he playing in front of an Omari Hutchinson? Like, Omari Hutchinson got told you can't go and play for your country because we need you on the bench and you're most probably going to get minutes. Yet, Omari now is stuck here. He's stuck on a bench, didn't go and play for his country, and missed out on a great opportunity. Ziyech stunk up the joint. Then you have Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Has no interest in defending. I think he's getting on my nerves now because he's coming across very limited as a footballer. And that really frustrates. Very limited, like as in comfortable in possession, good at dribbling past people, but just, bro, are you going to score a goal? Are you going to assist? Are you going to make the right decision when you're crossing? Are you going to have some pizzazz on you? No, it's very safe. It's very laboured. Can't defend well. He's very a meh player. Like, there's so many players like this, and he's one of them. And then you start looking at Zakaria today. We saw why Zakaria doesn't play for Chelsea. Zakaria's touch is not good enough to play for Chelsea. Like, in tight areas when the press is on him, nah, bro, he's not Chelsea caliber. And that's the sad truth. Are people going to get upset? But I'm sorry, that was my opinion. I thought he had an okay game, but nothing great, nothing good. He was poor. The good. We had a lot of good today, right? And the good came from fight. Alright, look, Arsenal was disgusting. I think watching that Arsenal game made me sick, right? The reaction I had after the Arsenal game had me in tatters, like, to the point I was gonna say Potter out. They had me in bits. But the reality is, as the game went, like, time went on, as we came into this game, I actually saw some vim, I saw some passion, I saw a good level of performance today. That's the one thing I can say. There was a good level of performance, and I'm proud of them for that. It's really sad that our barometers come down to the level of, I'm proud of them. But it is what it is, man. Another thing, Lewis Hall had a very good game, man. Like, for a young kid, confident in receiving the ball, dribbling past players, active, brave, finessing stuff, and more importantly, just getting into good positions. Should he have scored 2? Yes, he should have. But I saw more from him than I've seen from Ben Chilwell. I saw more from him than I saw from Ruben Loftus-Cheek on the other side. And you see, this is where I start sounding a little bit like, that's a project. Play him. Play him instead of players that we know have no future at the club. Play him who can grow, who can develop, and we can back and we can jump on them like, this is the future. Believe in something. Arsenal had Saka, Martinelli, Saliba. Like, they've got something they can believe in. Let us have something to believe in. Because at the moment, there's just the same tried and tested players, and I'm like, are these the players that we're going to back? It's really frustrating to see. So that was a positive. What I liked today was Pulisic's direct. And he was so direct, he was so eager to impress that I think it boiled over. I thought he had a very good game, picked up the ball, driving with the ball. The only negative I would say about him is he has it in glimpses, 15-minute periods. But everything good that came for us today, he was involved in some shape or form. First half, first 20, very comfortable. Like, he looked good on the break, very threatening, very potent. And then in the second half, last 20, when we were going after the game, him and Havertz linked up well. He actually scored. Like, there were so many positives from the player. And there's a player in there, man. And there's many people that don't want to accept that. because they're just tired of inconsistent performances, and that frustrates you. Who else had a good game? Mendy had a solid game. Like, kicking was decent, but the saves, because he got peppered today. Like, there were shots after shots, shots after shots, shots after shots, shots. It's like a good-ass night in a nightclub. That's how he was dealing. Like, so many shots. And eventually, shots are going to go in, man. Like, you can't just consistently expect him to make unbelievable saves. There were so many from Jack Grealish, Alvarez, Mahrez. They're all just shooting. Like, and he done very well, in my opinion. And you look at the performances from Chalobah, Koulibaly, and Cucurella. Look, Manchester City give a lot of people a hard time, right? Especially with their passing and their incisiveness. I think they done okay. Whilst two of them got booked, thought Trevor and Cuckoo were very good, like, in the sense that they did their job. Like, I don't think they looked poor today. Koulibaly ran a little bit rugged, but it's just one of those days, right? Like, you're going to have a busy night. It's not like you have the most amount of protection in front of you, and it doesn't help when you have Ruben and Lewis Hall on either side of you, and they're not naturally fullbacks. They're going to get potentially exploited. But this was my opinion, guys. I don't think there was much to talk about other than that. There's nothing ugly today. Like, the reality is this is what Chelsea has become now. And kind of have to get behind it. Otherwise, it's really frustrating. And it's sad that I'm coming out across with this tone, with this vim. Like, it's sad. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I'm being too kind to the players for today? Because this is 3 defeats in the last 4. This is something that we've never achieved under Thomas Tuchel. And it's kind of sad. Like, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. I'm out. Bye.